Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a hot minute. I know. It's been really crazy with me, but I think I'm back. And I think you should expect a lot more consistency from me now. So today we're going to be talking about a topic that is very important to me. Listen, every topic that I come on here to discuss with you is actually quite important to me. So when you hear me say that I will be discussing something that is quite important to me, know that it is yet another important topic to me. But today I'm going to be talking about the growth mindset. Now, if you know anything about me, right, I am all for children excelling academically, okay? However, I am more interested in children having good character. You know, what's the point of excelling in academics when you have poor character? I feel like there has to be a balance. Anywhere you go, if you work with children, you would agree with me that you might be impressed with how well a child performs academically, but if that child is poorly behaved or has poor character traits, it just doesn't sit well. So I am an advocate for character education, character development. And having said that, if you're not following us on Instagram, if you're not following my business page, how have I offended you? First of all, I need you to do three things for me today. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please pause this video right now, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos that I'm going to be posting. Second thing, head over to Instagram. After you finish watching this video, our Instagram name is on the screen right now. Look for us on Instagram, lighthaven_edu_services. Please follow us on Instagram. That's where you'll see most of the work that we do around character building, character education. And we have just finished our signature self-identity class, and it was awesome. As a matter of fact, growth mindset is one of the topics that we dissected during that class. And I tell you, most of the children during our review sessions did say that that was their favorite one. And I was so happy to hear that, because the growth mindset is almost everything that any human being, not just children, but any human being needs in order to go far. Okay? So today we're going to be talking about the growth mindset. If this is something you're interested in watching, then don't go anywhere. So, I want to believe that this isn't the first time you're hearing about the concept of the growth mindset. The growth mindset is a concept that has been made popular by Carol Dweck in her book. I'm going to put the picture of the book here. If that's a book you haven't read, look, make it a goal to read that book before the end of this year. At least if you want your mindset to change and if you want to start practicing the growth mindset in your own life before you even transfer it to any child. Because I believe that for you to build a growth mindset in anybody, you first of all have to practice the growth mindset for yourself. Okay, so what is the growth mindset? The growth mindset is an idea that typically eliminates the myth that people are born with a certain level of intelligence and that nothing can be done about people's abilities. Okay, so the growth mindset simply says that if you can think it, you can do it. Okay, so if you can push yourself, if you can believe in your mind that you can do it, then you can actually do it. So it just typically encourages positivity. In simple terms, it just encourages positivity and eliminates negativity. That's just what the growth mindset is all about. So it's in helping children realize that it's not too difficult. Well, even if it is difficult, I can do it. So it's not too challenging that I cannot do it. As far as I can decide in my mind that I can get it done, then I can get it done. So basically just seeing possibilities in difficult situations. Okay, so let's look at teachers first. As teachers, how can we develop the growth mindset in the children that we teach? I think that the very first thing that we can do as teachers in the classroom to create a growth mindset in our children is in encouraging children, praising effort, okay, focusing on the process that the children go through in achieving certain results. So whether the results are outstanding or they're below expectation, you want to focus on praising the effort. So you want to avoid making blanket statements like, oh, this is fantastic. Even if you make erroneous statements like that, you need to quickly follow it up by explaining why you said that. So for example, when you've said, oh, this is fantastic, you now have to go back and walk the child through why you said it's fantastic. So focus on their efforts, focus on the steps that they took to arrive at that fantastic result. So let the focus always be on the process and the effort, and little or not at all on the results. That's one way. The second thing we can do as teachers is to encourage children to take risks, in the classroom. When I say risks, I mean academic risks, like challenging themselves, going for the harder stuff. You group children, you differentiate them according to their abilities, but you need to know when it is okay to push children to the next level. And you don't just push them, but you push them with guidance, letting them know and assuring them the whole time that they can do it. You know just to what extent you need to scaffold, and then you know when to take your hands off and let the children go on their own. That's another way that you can do that. And then the third thing you can do is you can share stories about your own growth mindset experiences. You can let the children know different situations and scenarios where you have applied the growth mindset. One thing you must do is teach them exactly what the growth mindset is. Sometimes we feel like there are concepts that are too big for children to understand. But personally, I feel like we can introduce children to even seemingly complex concepts in child-friendly ways. Okay? So you can let children understand certain things, but it all depends on the vocabulary you're using, the kind of approach you're using, and then the kind of information you piece together. But ultimately, you can introduce children to concepts and help them understand it in the best way that you can. So that's for teachers. Those are some of the ways that you can build the growth mindset in the children in your classroom. Another way is that you need to help children learn from their mistakes. Don't be so judgmental and condemn children's mistakes. Help them to see their mistakes as opportunities for learning and growth. It's all in the way that you approach it. Okay? So if you're always shaming children for getting things wrong within the classroom, there is no way you're going to build a growth mindset in a child like that, because the child will already be accustomed to failing and having the teacher and people around them capitalize on their failures. How can a child like that develop a growth mindset? So we need to be careful about how we help children handle their mistakes. Okay? Now, for parents, it's almost the same thing. It's just that everything you're going to be doing will be at home and wherever else you are with your kids. Just help the children to learn from their mistakes as well. Praise their efforts. If the children are doing chores and things that children do around the house, focus on helping them through the process. Don't focus too much on the results. So for example, as I'm saying this, I'm also thinking about myself and my kids at home and how I react to them when they seemingly do not do things well, when they don't do things around the house well. And I realized that most times we are so focused on saying, oh, you didn't wash this plate well, or you didn't wash this cup well, things like that. I think that the better way to go about it, if you want to develop a growth mindset in the child, is to say, look, this is how you can achieve a clean plate, with less greasiness. Maybe you can do it this way or that way, or you can even throw it to the child and say, how do you think you could have achieved a cleaner plate? Something like that. Doing that will help children to develop a growth mindset. Or it could be in other chores, like maybe sweeping, cleaning, just doing anything, but in the home environment. The same way we're saying teachers should focus on the process, it's the same way we should focus on the process at home as well. And then, of course, we need to help them foster a love for challenges. Do not help your children get out of challenges too easily. Things that children can do for themselves. Let's be slow in jumping in. I'm even guilty of this one as well. I think that as parents, most times the temptation is to just help the children get through whatever it is they're going through. But helping children have a growth mindset is in stepping back and saying, this is something you can do for yourself. So let's see you do it. Okay? You only step in when it is absolutely necessary. That way, children will be able to figure things out by themselves, and before you know it, they will begin to build that resilient nature, and they'll begin to know that, oh, I just need to put in a little more effort and I'll get this thing done. Now, I think for both teachers and parents, one of the things that these two parties must do is that we must model the growth mindset ourselves. So when we meet challenges or things are not going our way, how are the children seeing us react? As a teacher, for example, maybe you've prepared all your slides, you have all your visuals, you have all your videos ready for a class. How do you react when it is time for your lesson? It is time for you to deliver and show them all those wonderful things in the slides and the videos and all the things that you have prepared. And then, because we are in Nigeria, the unthinkable happens. There's power outage. What do? Do you become so physically frustrated and visibly annoyed, and the children can see that you're so angry that you don't even calm down to figure out what next to do? Or do you immediately say, oh, I think we'll just do it this other way. I think we'll just have this class outside where I can show you these things in real life, as opposed to using a video, I'm just saying, how do you handle challenges in front of the children? Or as a parent, if things don't go your way, how exactly do you react? Maybe you made an order and it's taken a long time before it comes. How do you react? Okay, how do you react? Do you get so stressed up that the children can visibly see that you're so stressed up, and then you don't even know how to improvise and come up with other solutions? The way we react to some of these things will help our children to either develop a growth mindset or the other side of it, which is the fixed mindset. I know that I haven't talked much about the fixed mindset, but I want to focus on the growth mindset. The fixed mindset is simply the opposite of the growth mindset. That's the mindset that believes that everything has to go this way, like it is either this way or the highway. That mindset does not listen to advice. That mindset does not grow. That mindset does not take correction. That mindset does not learn from their mistakes. That mindset believes that this is how things are supposed to be and there is no other way around it. It cannot be changed. That's the mindset we do not want for our kids. We're focused on getting them to have the growth mindset. As teachers and parents, we also need to share our stories. I said that for teachers already. We need to share our personal stories of how we exhibited the growth mindset in different situations. And then lastly, we must encourage children to reframe their mistakes to become learning opportunities. Okay, so we need to help children reflect on their mistakes and help them to see that, okay, this has happened. Now, how can we make this into something? Like, what can you learn from this? Or how can you change this into something positive? Okay, that is one thing that we should all learn to do. And then in doing this with our children, we're helping them to develop the growth mindset. If we're able to help our children develop the growth mindset, we'll find out that we're going to have resilient children, children who stop at nothing until they get things done, children who will be open-minded and ready to go the extra mile for things, who are not easily discouraged. 2, we're going to have highly motivated children, not children who are depending on rewards and vain praises to get things done. Children who are intrinsically motivated. That's what we'll get if we have children who have the growth mindset. The third thing is we're going to have children who have the willingness to do tough things. Children who do not buckle under pressure. Children who do not say, oh, because it's difficult, I'm not even going to try. And this is the quality of children that we are advocating for. And that's why you need to follow my business page on Instagram, where you're going to get in even more tips on a more regular basis than you get here on YouTube. Okay? And if you follow us, you get information on any of the programs and events that we usually get, learn things for free, or you can even sign your children up for any of our programs. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. If it has, please let me know in the comments. Share with me if you're a teacher or a parent, what did you learn from today's video? And what adjustments will you be making with your children? Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and share to all and sundry. I'll see you next time with another one. Bye.